I get told I look like a beetle in Harry Potter. The latter is just because of my glasses. Do not compare me. Do not compare me to some TERF's character. I would not exist in the Harry Potter universe. No, 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 no. I'm running around in Star Trek, Supernatural, The X-Files, Psych. Did you know Sean Spencer exists in every TV show? Every single one. Yeah, every universe, Sean and Gus are there. I am a big fan of art and of lighting and color. Oh, how I love color. I'm a painter. I started out with portrait plates. Oh, look at it. I'll show you what I mean when I say I drew 100 portraits of David Tennant in 2 weeks. I have all of my old sketchbooks of 10 years of art. Oh shit, no, my 1969 magazine! I stepped on it! Oh. I got it at a lesbian birthday party. This one's in black and white. It's on me wall. Hey. Now that I've told the flammers that they can frickety diddle off, I can be even weirder than before. I spent a lot of my winter break sober, so I was just forced to face the fascism of the world. But there's still beauty in everything, and I'm here to let you escape, and then we can just talk about the world without getting too emotional about it, because when it comes to something this serious, something this painful, it can be better to approach it from an intellectual lens, and while you talk about it, understand in this moment, the only thing you can do is have that conversation. I spend a lot of time philosophizing. There it is. I wrote portraits on it. Perfect. I also, this is a, whatever. These are from Korea. Never been. I got them in the mail when I was a child from a family friend. This is the first one I did. It's just, I couldn't quite capture him in my more scrungly style. You're forced to listen to me talk about art. Anytime I would try and talk about it in high school, they'd go, "We get it, you do art." And if I would see someone like abusing paintbrushes and not putting enough water and not knowing how to use watercolors, and I'm just like, "Hey, you're damaging the materials. This is how you do it." And they're like, "You're not the only one who does art." Well, let me find a really good one. I like this one. It's me when I'm in an Aiden Voppel competition and my opponent is Aiden Voppel. My friend said that when I texted it. Because you are your most plentiful reference. I don't like that one as much. Maybe I did it from memory. I'm best at, I don't know. My friend said that this one looked like Mr. Darcy. It's David Tennant. Wait, no, that's not the Mr. Darcy one. It's Famer. This is the Mr. Darcy one. I, for studies, I did, monocolor, watercolor. It's, like, people, like, this one white boy would try and be my favorite white boy. And I'm like, David Tennant is right there. Dan and Phil are right there. Why would I give a shit about you? Your ignorant ass. Your willfully ignorant ass. Your bigoted ass. Why the hell would I give a shit about you pretending to be woke? My Tumblr has been wanting this. Oh, I think this video, my Tumblr followers were very much appreciated because a lot of them follow me for art and they put up with the fact that I'm an insane person. Well, you love the fact you're having such a fun time with me as an insane person and putting up with me showing you my art. Even if you don't give a shit about it, I like it, so I'm gonna talk about it. This is my channel. Take that, liberal. I forgot to show you my, more stylized, pieces. World peace is achievable! Yeah. Tomorrow is Martin Luther King Day. I think he's awesome. Oh, I'm beginning to see Malcolm X's problems with why he felt the way he did about white liberals, quoting a Tumblr post. This is Orange Boy, without the E. I made him up with a friend when I was 12. They made Great Man and I made Orange Boy, and they were like a Batman and Robin parody, and Great Man was like inept and he was always just fucking around, and Orange Boy was doing all of the actual superheroing, and Great Man always got the credit for it. I mean, he started out as an actual hero, but then he just became egotistical. Yeah, that's me, without my glasses on. Who'd have done thought that? I think I said something about old art, and I was gonna do a deep dive eventually. I don't feel like you watching me search that up right now. I don't do a good time subscribing to society's concept of time. I live life one scheme to the next, like a TV show, like Abed, because I'm an artist and life's your own movie, write your own ending, keep believing, keep pretending, I'll do all that I set out to do. Thanks to the lovers, the dreamers, and you. I cried to that song last night. I saw this felt puppet. It's a little button puppet dancing to the Rainbow Connection finale of the Muppet movie, and the lyrics are, life's like a movie, write your own ending, keep believing, keep pretending. And I got strangely emotional over that. Like, I don't know. Jim Henson got me. He understood. He saw the beauty in everything and the details. I mean, that's what Muppets are. Every single one of them is handcrafted and detailed. This is not the first time I've cried over the Muppets. To be understood. It's been hard to find people who understand me. I get told I speak a different language, but when I see art like Van Gogh or Jim Henson, oh,
given to the world. Van Gogh never knew. Jim Henson never knew about me. He knew about the joy he brought. Also, Farscape, Jim Henson Company, freaking awesome balls. Because the Muppets are just so beautiful. It's not the first time I've cried over the Muppets. They're just so detailed. Every single one of them is handcrafted. The most anti-AI thing you can do is be as human as possible. You don't need big budget. I decided that I'm gonna help enact world peace. A budget of $0 of my own money. I'm just so lovable. I'm a joy to be around that rich people, Dan and Phil, will be my patrons of the arts. Look at this shit. I'm a freeloader and a slacker. Nonconformity. Counterculture. Whatever happened to polyamorous hippie communes? This is what I was wearing when I got myself trapped in a thicket. My cat ran into the woods, so I went after her. I was like this. I didn't have anything underneath it. It was in the dead of night. I was wearing boxers and tennis shoes without socks. I was not prepared. At one point, I was trying to walk there, and I thought that I saw a clearing. You know, I was weaving my way through bushes. I had ran through a couple of spider webs. But then what I think is a clearing turns out to be like a marsh. My foot sinks into the ground, and I'm like, it's muddy. This is Georgia. It rains quite a bit. And it's not a patch of land, it is a tree stump, and it is slippery, and I was trying so hard not to step off. I told this story up in the mountains in Arkansas, Pedagine. That was when I was just a blogger. Now, I also post my video journals. Vlogging, except vlogging in the sense that it's a log, a journal. I use the internet how you're supposed to, like it was, like I said this to my choir professor, I'm living my 2006 blogger dream. One time, someone online tried to get someone to hate me by saying I have a yaoi art style, and that makes me problematic. You think I give a shit? Oh, so many fingerprints. But you think I give a shit? LOL. We have Dan and Phil. This was my first art of 2026. Oh, shit. This is, stayed up for 36 hours, and I think at like the 29 hour mark, I drew Dan and Phil, and it goes, Hi, split level house. Your 60s shag mullet is serving absolute pronouns. And then Phil says, hello, my filed. We're your new fopper and faddy. And no one can say anything because of how good the art is. I'm Dan and Phil's long-lost emperor child, sold to Dan and Phil. Duh. Oh, why should this happen? Because I want it? Because I said so? Because I said so? And Ferment. I love Ferment. Nothing gets me through the day more than Ferment. Thinking about the eternal love of Phil Lester and Kermit the Frog. Look how good this is. Look how good this art is. Strange Eons. I sent an ask to Strange Eons and I said, Happy Yowie-tober, sending you Yowie-tober wishes, and she responded to it saying, why is this picture of me and my cat Yowie? It's not a fucking picture. It's not a fucking picture. It's art. It's art. And I sent in asks, I reblogged, nothing, nada. I've sent in so many really awesome handcrafted asks to Strange Eons, and you're freaking dickin' sleeping on Split Level House. You're making videos about you made videos about the Muppet Joker, but not me? Dude, I literally killed him, just like you, except I killed him because he made a bunch of pilgrim hats to celebrate Thanksgiving, and pilgrims are a symbol of white nationalism, and I don't really give a fuck if people don't understand what I'm saying, because there are people who do understand what I'm saying, and they can explain it to the people who don't. Or you can read the context on my blog. This is why it's a group effort, a transformative work, because I'm not doing all that. I'm not editing my videos. I got lighting, I got ambiance. See, I grew up in fandom. I'm a fandom Renaissance artist, a Yowie Renaissance artist. I say things like that, and then my friend is like, that is amazing. Go up on stage and say that. And so, yeah. Did they hate that? They have a Yowie art style. Oh, look, it's a Yowie art style. Well, I am a Yowie artist. I'm like the Rain Man of Yowie. Yowie, Yowie, Yowie. I love Yowie. Firm it every day. No, I do not want... my iPad is still on, like, iOS 18. No, I do not want it to be updated tonight. I don't want all that AI shit. This is Roger McEwen. I love him. He's always so jaunty. Roger McEwen, lead singer of the Byrds. I'm quoting myself. It's the Byrds. You know, they have a song called Triad because polyamory was invented in 1966 when Star Trek aired. My boy Jimmy. Kate Bush. She's creepy, and I like that in a woman. The Birds. Does it look better with the lower brightness? This is astigmatic art, which I have astigmatism, and it's a blend. It's like Impressionism, but astigmatic, you know? Like Van Gogh's Starry Night would be early astigmatic art. It's made in the way that psychedelia is made to feel like you're looking at something or listening to something that is drugs. It is making art that just is the spirit of astigmatism, and I get that more through drawing low-res images. I love drawing low-res images. Here's Carlton Lassiter from Psych. I love this guy. John Spencer, he is half Mexican, half insane person, and he is my role model. I freaking love Psych. And it's like, I already have people who love watching my videos, so I can never stop. Like, that would make them sad. MSR, I see people being like, I waited for them to get together for this whole time. That is not the point of MSR. The point... Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine. Never understood a single word he said, but he let me a drink of his wine. This was my first digital painting like this, where I just painted over a screenshot. I was watching the X-Files, and I saw Detour, and I went, oh my god, this took me 6 days. Because I also did it on Clip Studio Paint, which is... It's, like, it's good for professional, like, corporate level stuff, but, not so much for realism. On Procreate, I have a double tap feature on my pencil, my nondescript pencil. My paintbrush, to where when I double tap, it color picks. And when I first started posting like this, people were like, color picking isn't real art. I don't give a shit. Oh, it's cheating. Who gives a shit? If it's why not work smarter, not harder? No. Anything made by a human is better than AI. Why are you focusing on me and my pretty yaoi art and not tearing down fascism? You fascist fuck. Bet you wouldn't throw brick at a Nazi if given the chance. I ain't edited. I'm gonna hold it up to the screen. Who give a shit? I thought I had a... Oh, this one did very good on Tumblr. This is Heaven Sent. Oh my god, when I first watched that episode, it was like, this is art. A lot of Doctor Who is fun, low budget camp, but that was like... some X-Files shit, man. The X-Files is a work of art. It is what... I mean, David Tennant was my first muse. We haven't gotten to Dean Winchester and Destiel yet. Let me tell you something. I painted... I was painting 40 hours a week. And I painted like 120 things. Same in Dane. And I just devoted my life to art and decided to live my life as it were a work of art. I have digital analog art, which is digital art made to look like analog media. Wow. See, Dean Winchester is just so beautiful. I'm not attracted to men in the slightest. I don't give a shit about heated rivalry. I don't give a shit about Dan and Phil's relationship. You know what I do give a shit about? Destiel OTP. This is one of Tumblr's favorite pieces. I accidentally deleted the version of Dean that isn't blurred. Because I paint over frames, you know, I come across other artists who drew the same frame. And the recurring theme is we all had trouble with Castiel's face. It's a weird shot. I love Castiel, my autistic angel. Oh, one of my favorites is oh, there's this one. I really like this one. This is one of my, it actually looks like a drawing. And it's funny when it's posts like this where people are like, this is AI, this is fake. If you think this is a screenshot, I don't know what to tell you. Where is the Destiel? Destiel, where have you gone? Destiel. Oh wait, real quick, I'll show you Kirkspock. See, this one is just straight up porn. I know, fucking indecent. Yowie. Bevel tickle. He's so fucking weird. Weirdo Slav. I like this one. Holding my art up to the camera. Ooh! Transfemme Francis. Malcolm in the Middle. Malcolm in the Middle is so freakity dick and peak. I can't watch Breaking Bad. It stresses me out because Hal literally is my dad. Not in like he's like my dad, as in he's me papa. And so it feels like my dad is yelling at me if I watch Breaking Bad. And that's why Dewey is king. Why Dewey is king. I love this episode, If Boys Were Girls. Ooh. Richie, I got a comment saying, I will never forgive him for the toenail thing, which is fucking fair. See, you can't do anything about when a character references something you don't understand in a TV show. So why can't I do that in real life? Because I'm just freaking epic coded like that. What the hell, man? Oh. It's at the very end. I'm gonna have to bring it back up top. I love this one. I painted over a screenshot of a GIF, so it was a bit more pixelated, or a frame of GIF, but I didn't really do that much color editing because they had already did one, and it was interesting how I was able to stylize something more by starting off with someone else's rendition of color. Because all art is influenced by all art. And I really don't give a shit if you don't, if you think that's a bad thing. I love the 60s, the aesthetic. I will bring it back, mark my words. I will, the world was in flame, H-bombs everywhere, but also they were smoking so much weed, and they did it, so why can't we? Zvolte. I think that might be Świat. Piosenki stare jak świat. That's my one of my favorite Irina Santor albums. It is gorgeous. Her voice is like an angel. This is Ursula Sipinska. Her music definitely falls a lot into mod noir, which is like Superman Big Band meets Euro espionage noir, and it's very common in 60s Polish pop. Ooh, I also have Muppet art. I painted this. Someone sent an ask into my thing saying Yowie, and then I just responded with this and saying, me when Croker doesn't support Fermit or something, when he doesn't believe in fandom tolerance, some of us just want to Kermit, Phil, Dan, Joker in peace. It started out my beef with him. I was like, I can show the Muppet Joker love. I can get him to go to therapy. And then he just kept ignoring me, and I'm an insane person, so I didn't stop. And then I was like, you know what? He won't pay attention to me by being myself. I'm going to become a fucking Muppet. And then he turned out to be fucking racist, making a bunch of pilgrim hats, colonist fan gear. So Muppets are my thing now because I love the Muppets. I cry over the beauty of the Muppets. Life is like a movie, write your own ending, keep believing, keep pretending. And now there's so many people who don't even know what the Muppet Joker is, but they know who I am, and they only hear about me through my recollection of our beef, and it's all thoroughly documented on my Tumblr. So Strange Eons, if you make another fucking video, I literally have the archive right there for you. It's an intricate tag system that you can look through. Stop ignoring me. Stop fucking ignoring me. Stop ignoring Split Level House. Stop ignoring Split Level House. Or else I'm gonna have to get you with my Yowie Wizard mind powers. Yeah. You've been warned.